The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Erin Holscher. I'm the Business Development Manager here at ASTA. I'll be the organizer for today's presentation, hosted by USI Travel Insurance Services, titled Travel Insurance That Sets You Apart. One lucky advisor attending live today will win a $50 gift card. Before we get started, I'd like to point out just a few important features on the screen that will allow you to interact with us via the web. We will be answering your questions at the end of the presentation. However, please feel free to submit questions throughout the presentation. To ask a question, you'll use the GoToWebinar pane. Near the bottom of this pane is an area that says Questions. If you click on the arrow, it will open up a window pane. This is what you will use to communicate with us. If you're having trouble hearing the presentation, please make sure your speakers are turned on, and if you called in, please try hanging up and dialing back in again. You can send me any technical issues via that questions pane, and I will try my best to answer them. Please also note that all audience members are muted. We certainly want to hear from you, but we have so many people on the call that the background noise would be prohibitive, and we want to ensure that everyone can listen to the entire presentation. Finally, remember that this webinar is being recorded and available for on-demand viewing at asta.org in just a few short days. Please join me in welcoming today's presenter, Sharon Brew. Sharon, take it away.
Thank you, Erin. Hello, everyone. We're so happy to be here to have the opportunity to speak to ASTA members today. First, I want to point out that when we design our plans, it's imperative that they actually meet the needs of those they're designed to serve. That's why we are a committed member of ASTA and other major travel industry organizations and networks. The knowledge and relationships we build through these associations enables us to design products that will meet the demands of today's travelers. You may not know us, so I'll make a brief introduction. We are USI Travel Insurance Services, the travel insurance division of USI Holdings Corporation, one of the top global insurance brokerage firms. This year, we're celebrating 50 years in the travel insurance business. We have deep roots in the educational travel community and in the global medical market, have a prospering tour operator program, and we also sell plans to the general public. But the reason we're here today is to share our new program that was designed especially for the travel advisor market. Here is a snapshot about USI, the global brokerage, to give you an idea of our sound financial backing of USI Travel Insurance Services. As you can see, we have over $2 billion in revenue, 10,000 employees, and over 200 offices across the US. Let's get to the specifics now. Our new plan for travel advisors and your clients is called Vacation Insure. This plan will offer you typical trip cancellation benefits. It is available to all U.S. residents, including Puerto Rico and the District of Columbia, and it features two plan levels, Standard and Plus, both of which offer the CFAR upgrade. Now, there are a few highlights I want to point out to you in this new plan, Vacation Insure. The maximum trip cost is now $100,000 per person. The CFAR benefit is 75% of the non-refundable trip costs. And this is available within a 14-day or 21-day early purchase window, depending on the plan level selected. The purchase to departure window is now 24 months. So this is very good in light of the fact that many of you are booking tours for your clients 2-3 years in advance of now. USI will provide a branded URL link to share with your travelers so they can view plan details, get a quote, and buy their plan online, which is less hassle for you. We also have at USI an in-house customer service team available to answer your questions and your clients' questions and assist and advocate for your travelers during the claims process. Our representatives at the USI call center can transact policy sales for your clients as they are trained to request the account name or the number that we assign to you, so you'll receive the full commission for the sale. I want to reiterate that, the full commission for the sale, whether it is a phone transaction or via the URL link that we provide to you. This table shows the standard and plus plan benefits side by side, so you can make an easy comparison. I will point out the key differences in these plans. Early purchase time frame on the standard plan is 14 days from initial trip deposit. On the plus plan, it is 21 days. We count days consecutively through the weekend and the holidays. So if I'm giving you my initial trip deposit today for a tour booking, today is day 1, and it will count consecutively 14 or 21 days. So please keep that in mind. Trip interruption is 100% of trip costs for standard and 150% of trip costs for plus. The emergency accident and sickness medical expense covers up to $50,000 for standard compared to $250,000 for the plus plan. And emergency medical evacuation covers up to $250,000 for standard compared to $500,000 for the plus plan. Now, this is a lot of information to digest, so we will share this presentation with you after the webinar so you can keep it as a reference and share it with the rest of your team within your office. I would like to reiterate on this slide the 14-day versus 21-day early purchase window and the no age limit on the plus plan and up to age 84 on the standard plan. So that will allow you some latitude in offering this travel insurance plan to your clients who are now older, have the time to travel, the money to travel, and age is no limit for some people that want to travel now. The maximum trip cost is $100,000 per person. So this is very high in the industry, and I hope that it will be advantageous to you to offer this plan to your clients who are purchasing the more high value tours that we've seen on social media and in the press that has been ongoing. And the advanced purchase is 24 months now. So this is ideal for you, again, for clients who are giving you initial trip deposit today for a trip that may be 1 year or 2 years down the road so that they can secure the limited space. The next 2 slides provide a detailed list from the policy of the covered reasons for trip cancellation and trip interruption. I won't read these for you, but I encourage you to visit our website and download the PDF of these slides so you can refer to this information as you wish. Now, on this particular slide, I don't have to educate you, the travel professional, very much about CFAR. You know, what does CFAR stand for? We all know it's cancel for any reason. And it is always an optional upgrade available on your plans if your travelers meet the requirements. The CFAR terms for the standard plan is a 14-day window. And for the plus plan, it is a 21-day window. And like most CFAR benefits on other plans, the travelers must cancel the trip at least 2 days before their scheduled departure in order to make a claim. And please remember that CFAR cannot be sold to residents of New York State. That is not USI or any other insurance carrier stating that. That is the Department of Insurance in New York State regulating that this particular benefit cannot be sold to their residents. Now, how does CFAR work? As I said, we have a window of 14 days on the standard plan or 21 days on the plus plan from initial trip deposit date. CFAR can only be purchased at the time that they are purchasing the policy because it is an upgrade benefit. It cannot be added on at a later date. The travelers also must insure all prepaid non-refundable trip costs. And if they increase those trip costs later, then they must adjust their plan accordingly within the 14-day or 21 days of making those additional arrangements. And they must do this through the USI call center. Now, once the policy is in effect, and if the client has to make a CFAR claim, how do they do that? The traveler must cancel their tour with you, their travel organizer, at least 2 days before their scheduled departure to be eligible to make a CFAR claim. Then they must contact USI Travel Insurance Services to file the claim. And the claim, how to file a claim will be provided in your client's policy fulfillment documents that we email to them. And again, I'd like to reiterate that CFAR is not available to residents of New York State. When you sign on with us, we try to make your travel insurance program easy to implement and sell. One way we do that is by providing a branded website for you to share with your clients. Your logo will be featured at the top, plus your URL will include your account number to ensure all sales are attributed to your business. On the website, customers can easily get a quote and buy their insurance plan. Additionally, they can review the plan benefits table, find the plan document for their state of residence, read through the FAQs, and find information to start a claim. With a thorough and easy to navigate website, our hope is that your travelers can buy their insurance independently or contact us at the USI call center so you won't be bothered. Now, the next slide will show you the Vacation Insure enrollment process that's on the URL site. As you can see, it's 5 easy steps capturing information that we will need in order to fulfill a policy transaction for your client. Another slide that shows the next step in the quote process. We do provide quotes for standard plus and standard with CFAR and plus with CFAR, so the client can see the differences between price. As we proceed through the quote process and the purchase process, each one of these pages will appear. And at any time during this selling process, either by your client or you, if you have a question during the enrollment, you can always contact our customer service team at the USI call center in the Philadelphia area at the toll-free number listed. On this slide here, we show you what a sample purchase confirmation email, which will be sent to your client, appears. As you can see on the left-hand side, we have all the pertinent contact numbers that your client may need. The USI Travel Insurance Services customer service email and toll-free number, the 24/7 travel assistance phone numbers, both toll-free in the US and Canada and collect from all other locations in the world, and how to file a claim. The important information there. So your clients have all this information at their fingertips. On the right-hand side, we give a snapshot of what they actually purchased and the amount of travel insurance that they selected to cover the price of their trip. Now, as you know, it's important to offer travel insurance to your clients to protect their investment, which is the money that they are paying you to pay the tour operator, the cruise line, the hotels, the car rental companies, the airlines, any other purveyors of travel segments. So selling travel insurance protects your client's investment, but it also adds an additional line of revenue to your company. I really like this slide because it shows you the impact of offering travel insurance to your clients and the additional revenue that it can bring into your offices. We use the same example, but using it for the passive travel advisor and then the educated and trained travel advisor team. It's the same example, but it's just showing on the blue line the annual number of travel insurance sales being 100, showing just a 7% participation rate out of the 1,428 total customers. So the annual commission would be a little over $4,000, as opposed to the same example as an educated and trained travel advisor using this travel insurance program. The annual number of travel insurance sales is 50% of the 1,428 total customers. And that would be generating an annual commission revenue for your office of almost $34,000. So that's the difference in black and white, a little bit of blue and yellow on there too. So all that money can go to the bottom line within your office. Okay, so on this particular side, when you sign on as an account, here are some of the materials you would receive. We provide you with a flyer to share with your travelers, your guests. It's a PDF that you can email to them. And then on the right-hand side, we will provide you with a web banner to place on your website or in e-newsletters. And you can embed the URL link within that so that when the clients click on the banner, the landing page will pre-populate of the Vacation Insurer program. We also offer you sales support materials. On the left-hand side of your screen, we provide you with sales tips for you and your team to utilize. It's pre-approved language that you can use, that you can feel comfortable with, and hopefully will help you to increase your travel insurance sales in your office. On the right is a selling script to help you or your team easily communicate about the travel insurance plan. We still have a lot of new travel advisors joining our industry. So a lot of them have never sold travel insurance. So it's really good to use a document like this to educate them, for them to use a sales tool to become more comfortable in offering travel insurance to your clients. We also will provide to you our key contacts. My name is at the top, Sharon Brew. I'm the Vice President of Travel Insurance Services. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm in a national position. I am responsible for the Vacation Insurer program that we're just implementing. And just a little sidebar, I, like you, began my career many, many, many years ago as a travel agent and travel agency manager before I entered the travel insurance, global assistance, and emergency evacuation space in 1981. So I feel like I can really relate well to you and the questions and challenges that you may bring to me that can truly assist you. Our customer service location and phone numbers are listed there. Again, our office resides in a suburb outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The 24/7 travel assistance services is through our partner On Call International, and all the pertinent numbers are listed there. And the claims assistance is through our claims department, which is also based in the U.S. in Tampa, Florida. And those are the numbers that you or your client may use. The one thing that I would ask any of you is not to give out my contact information to your clients. I am here to assist you. Now, all claims are adjudicated. Now, this is about customer service, which, as I just said, resides in our Philadelphia area office. And we have the ability in this office with our team to speak English, Spanish, and Mandarin Chinese. So hopefully that'll be a plus for some of your clientele. Our customer service representatives can transact a travel insurance policy, make changes to it, make additions to the existing policy when your clients upgrade their trip, and just be there to answer any questions for your clients or you. Now, we are very proud that when you approach us with any type of claim situation, whereby you may have it or one of your clients may be involved in a claim situation, and you just do not understand something that is being requested of you or the communication that's being sent. We are here to adjudicate on your behalf and help the client to resolve their claim. On this particular form that we provide to you, there's also additional information as it goes on to actually say what documents, what information is needed according to the type of claim that your client is instituting. So that if it's a trip cancellation claim, this is what we need. If it's a trip interruption claim, this is what we need. If it's a baggage claim or a baggage delay, this is what we need. So it's a PDF document that we will provide to you that you can provide to your clients. If they come to you and they go, well, I've got to make a claim now, what do I do? So it's a step-by-step procedure, and believe me, it really does work quite well. Okay. Now, we do need to talk about travel insurance licensing. If you've been in the industry for a while, you're very familiar with the licensing situation. And when you sign up as an account of USI, we have to follow the Travel Insurance Model Act. It's not just our company, it's every travel insurance company. So this means that you can be designated to operate under USI's insurance licenses, provided you follow the guidelines set forth in your travel insurance agreement. As of today, 48 of the 50 states have adopted the Travel Insurance Model Act. And the chart will be on the next page I'll show you. New York and Hawaii continue to have their own state-specific regulations and require that an entity be properly licensed to be eligible to receive compensation, commission for the sale of insurance products. Now, if you've been operating underneath a host agency and you've just not been familiar with licensing and you get your commissions on sales to residents of any state, it's because somebody in the host agency and headquarters is licensed in those two states. So you can become licensed as a non-resident travel insurance licensee, and we will be able to provide that information to you. But again, that would be at your cost. So if your demographics don't require that you have a license to sell to residents of these two states, then you'll be just fine working underneath the registry of USI for the 48 remaining states. Okay. Now this picture tells it all. The 48 states in green are the states that have complied with the Travel Insurance Model Act. And they've all agreed that you don't need a travel insurance license in your state to sell to residents in all these other states if you fall within the registry of the travel insurance company that you're offering. New York and Hawaii, for any insurance carrier that you may use, are the two outlier states. And they dictate to us how licenses should be applied for, issued, how commissions can be paid only if you're licensed. So please keep this in mind. And if you have any questions, you can always call or email me. So I thank you very much for being here today and listening to this exciting new venture that we just began with our Vacation Insure product. And with that presentation being concluded, I welcome questions about our plan or program. And now I will turn it back over to Erin at ASTA headquarters.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Sharon, for a wonderfully informative presentation. I know this information is so valuable to our ASTA members and also their clients on a variety of levels. So thank you so much for all of this information. So I'd like to review a few of the questions that came in. As a reminder, if we're not able to get to your question today, I'll be sharing any unanswered questions with our presenters to be able to circle back with you. So Sharon, the first question is regarding the claims process. What is the turnaround time for getting reimbursement?
Well, usually the turnaround time average, provided that the client has sent in all the required documentations, is 4 to 6 weeks. Now, many of you, we've lived through the pandemic, 2020, even to current times. And the claims departments of all insurance companies were terribly behind and understaffed. So we are all caught up. So that is what we're saying now, 4 to 6 weeks. What I have found in the claims process in my career is that the one item that upholds a claim for a longer period is waiting on a doctor to either sign off on the claim form or to provide more information from the client's medical records. So patience is the key word, but average time is 4 to 6 weeks.
Excellent, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So now with the baggage and personal effects, can you give some examples of any items that would be excluded from a purchase when utilizing this line item?
Well, if your luggage is lost or delayed and you need to buy personal items to get you going through a day, it'd be like toiletries, a change of clothing, shoes, things of that nature, maybe a hair dryer or a curling iron, things of that nature that would assist you to get through a day or two till your luggage catches up with you.
Okay, thank you. Now, if my client is doing a combined land and cruise vacation, do I need to do anything special when completing a transaction?
No, nothing special at all. You would just need to insure all non-refundable prepaid amounts of money. And then if anything had to be added on, say like a pre or post tour, or the airfare had to be added on at a later date, then you or the client could call the USI call center and have them amend the policy, add on extra coverage and collect the additional premium, of which you would receive a commission on that additional premium.
Thank you. Now, do you offer group rates when purchasing policies?
Not at this time.
Okay. Is there an annual policy purchase option?
We do have an annual product. It's called Voyager. It has 2 different plans on it, silver and gold. And if anyone is interested in that, they can reach out to me and I'll be happy to send it to them.
Thank you. Now, what are the commission levels?
One of the screens there where I gave the examples of a passive versus an educated travel advisor, the base commission level is 22%.
Great, thank you. Now, do you offer commission protection?
No, we do not.
Okay. Let's see here. So this is a bit of a question. So I have a client going to a business meeting in London. After meeting ends, they'd like to go down to 2 weeks in Spain. Can they purchase a policy that begins in London since they're not paying for air, but the rest of their trip after the meeting ends? Any problem with doing this if they purchase the policy for their purchase the policy after their first deposit of the second part of the trip?
No, they would have to purchase it before they leave the U.S. From the date that they depart. We look at departure date.
Excellent. Oh, okay. And last,
but remember, on the policy, you would put the departure date and the return date and you would insure the amount of the trip that they are actually prepaying for on their own and wish to have insured. And particularly, I want to add one more thing to this example, particularly going out of country. Many of us are not covered on our own personal medical insurance policy when we leave the country. So when you have a comprehensive travel insurance plan that includes the emergency medical sickness and emergency evacuation benefit, that is in effect to protect you while on the trip.
Excellent, thank you. Now, how do I set up my personal branded travel website?
Can you please repeat that, Erin?
Sure thing. They were asking, how do I set up my personal branded travel website?
We would provide, once you agree to sign the basic standard travel insurance agreement with us, then we would provide you with the URL for the Vacation Insurer program. Embedded in that URL will be an account number that we've assigned to your agency, and then you would just upload that on your website. If you wanted to use the banner that I showed you on one of those slides, you could put that on there as well.
Excellent, thank you. And let's see here. Lastly, can one insure the deposit initially and then add more protection at the time final payment is made?
Yes. As I said before, if you want to waive the pre-existing condition clause and upgrade to CFAR as an example, whatever you're prepaying right now, you can purchase the policy, and then as you add additional components to your trip, you must insure those within 14 or 21 days of when you're making those additional payments.
Excellent. Thank you for providing clarity on that and for all of our questions as well. So that concludes our Q&A session here. So thank you again, Sharon, for walking through those elements, and to our advisors for getting a little deeper into those questions as well for you. So next step is I'm excited to transition into our prize drawing. So USI Travel Insurance Services has provided a $50 gift card for one lucky advisor attending live today. So drum roll, please. I'm proud to announce that the winner is Sue Hanover. So congratulations, Sue. I'll be sharing your contact information with our presenter, and they'll be following up with you to get that prize over sent your way as well. So as I mentioned, this webinar was recorded. So if you'd like to listen to the presentation again, it will be available to ASTA members at asta.org in just a few short days. Thank you to all of you who have joined us for today's webinar and for sharing for this very informative information that you shared. This will conclude today's presentation. Hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon. Sharon, anything to add?
No, I just want to thank you again for taking this valuable time from your day, and I hope that you will encourage your teams to view the presentation, and I look forward to speaking with you in the near future. Also, Erin, I would like to state that I will be attending several ASTA chapter trade events in Michigan, October 10th and 11th, and in Birmingham, Alabama on October 16th. So I look forward to meeting some of you in person. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye now.